Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Mitchell. Hey, today I want to talk to you about what do you do on days when you don't feel good. I don't mean like you're sick and you have the flu or you have the cold and you don't feel good that way. I mean on those days where you just, no matter what you do, you can't find a day to where you just start feeling happy, or you're not motivated, or you really just you don't want to do anything. You want to lay around all day. Or maybe, like, you could be going through something hard, like maybe someone died in your family, your dog died, you got broken up with, days like that when things just seem like a struggle. That's what I want to talk to you about today. The reason why I'm filming this video is because I feel like I'm having one of those days, and this could be because of either a lack of sleep, the amount of caffeine I'm drinking is not working, maybe I'm not hydrated. I don't know. Yesterday I was feeling pretty good. Today, when I went to the gym this morning, I'm kind of like, fuck, man. I really don't want to talk to people. I just want to work out, and I'm usually very social. So that's what I want to do is, what do you do on days like this, man, when you don't feel good? Well, if you're a guy that's watching this, you have to persevere. It doesn't matter how you feel. If you have something that you have to do, you still got to go out and do that, all right? So if you work 9 to 5, just because you don't feel good, you still have to go to work. Today at the gym, for example, I like going around and talking to people, and I was like, you know what? I really don't want to go up and talk to people. I saw this blonde girl, oh my God, gorgeous, and I was like, I want to meet her, and I was like, you know what? No, I could just go up and approach her if I want to, and I was like, no, I really don't want to, and I don't know why. And I filmed a video recently about this girl that I wanted to talk to that I hesitated to go up and approach. Well, today, when I was talking to my friend Deanna, because Deanna was screaming at me for talking to people, because I did go up and approach somebody. I did go up and approach this girl, started talking to that girl for a little bit, but that girl I pointed out, she was right in front of me on the squat rack, and I kept looking at her, and I told Deanna, I was like, listen, I was like, that girl right there, I've been wanting to meet her for some time, and I can't find a way to do it. I'm so hesitant to do it. She's just beautiful for me, and I'm coming up with excuses in my head. And she was like, Mitchell, she's right there, just do it. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I was like, fuck it. You're right. I'm going to do it. I was like, I'll see you later, girl. And then I went up and I met her, and her name's Haley. And I was nervous about meeting this girl for whatever reason. Even when I didn't feel like meeting her, I still went up and did it. And that's why I want to say this. Even though I didn't feel like meeting her, so I had the hesitation of wanting to meet her. And then I had the feeling of like, I don't really feel good. I don't want to do it. So I had two things going against me. And then I told Dan, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to do it. And I rolled up to her and I said, hey, excuse me, what's your name? Now, I kind of messed that up because I was like, hey, excuse me, what's your name? And she said, Haley. And I was like, listen, I've been wanting to meet you for quite some time now. I was like, I'm tired of just fucking not knowing who you are, and I see you here all the time. I wanted to do it yesterday and I just didn't, so I wish I didn't say that. But I really wish I didn't say that. But regardless, I still said it. And then we started talking. Now, I didn't say like, hey, it's good to meet you. And I didn't give her a chance to ask me for my name. That's the only thing I can look back on and reflect on. And I don't believe I did that with the second girl either. But so in either of these cases, at any point in time, they could have asked me for my name, and they didn't. So these two girls that I went and approached, even with Haley, she didn't ask me for my name, so I couldn't really tell if that interest was there or not. But when we were talking, she was very engaged, very happy, very bubbly, awesome personality. She's literally, her personality is just like the way she bops around the gym. Fucking love that. And then the other girl, she was really fun to talk to as well. She had a neck injury similar to what I did, so that was cool to talk to her. And that's what I want to say, man, is even though I didn't feel like doing something, I still did it. Okay, so when you don't feel good, when you don't have the motivation, ways that I have tried to feel better over time is if you force yourself to smile, if you force yourself to do that, you activate muscles in your face that you can't activate when you frown. So I have read it, I don't know if it's a study or not, but if you practice this, you'll see what I mean. If you smile, if you force yourself to smile and hold a smile, just like that, man, it might be awkward, but I feel a little better now just by doing that, because you're using muscles in your face that you can't activate when you're sad or frustrated or depressed or angry. Another thing I started doing is past 2 days in a row, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have a good day today. What am I grateful for? I was like, I'm grateful that yeah, I'm in a wheelchair, but I'm living life on my own. Like I don't have any help. I live in a brand new house. I've got a nice dog. I'm thankful that I can go to a gym and I possess the ability to go up and meet people that I want to talk to. I'm meeting a ton of different people. I'm making a lot of different friends just by doing this. I'm grateful that people do enjoy talking to me because people come up and talk to me all the time without even me asking. Like today, I had several people come up and talk to me. And so that, when I've done that in the past 2 days, that is something that will make you like feel a little better, okay? Because it's hard to be angry or sad at something when you can find reasons to be happy about something. And I almost want to say that it's Tony Robbins that I might have originally heard that one from. Let me take my retainer out. So that's two things then, okay? But what do you do? So let's go back to like when, whenever I've gotten my heart broken, I'm depressed. Okay? So if you're in a situation where, things are really bad for you, whether you're heartbroken or someone died or you're going through a grieving process, like you lost someone, the only way to get over that, okay? The only way that you can get over losing someone is by allowing yourself to go through that grieving process. You have to feel it to heal it, okay? So if you're somebody that tries to suppress their emotions because of how you were raised by your children or by your caretakers, whether that's, your parents or whoever your caretaker would be considered, if they emotionally neglected you when you were younger and you're somebody that pushes their emotions down so you don't have to feel those feelings, you may be aware of that and you might not be. And if you're watching this and you weren't aware of it, now you might be aware of it. So these are people that have like what's called avoidant attachments. Several of the women I've dated had that. So if you're in this state where you're not allowing yourself to feel this negative energy that's trying to get released from your nervous system, you're going to be stressed all the time. You're going to be depressed all the time. You're going to have health issues. You might be fine on the outside, but I know, because I have experience with this firsthand from the women I've been with, that you're not okay on the inside. And the only way that you're going to get better with that trauma that you're holding on to is by allowing yourself to actually face those emotions head on, go through that suck, and eventually it's going to get better. And you're going to notice that it's going to hurt really bad, and then over time it's going to slowly disappear. And then you're going to start feeling better and better and better. And then that thought of those negative things are going to go down and down and down, and you're going to start finding yourself being more happier and happier and happier, less depressed, less stressed. You're able to do more stuff, more things that you want to do, because now you have the energy to do it. You're going to look at yourself a lot better. You're going to feel a lot better. Your self-esteem, your self-confidence is going to go up. This is what happened to me when I got broken up with from my last girl I thought was going to be the love of my life. Come to find out, it wasn't even my fault. But yet that when you go through breakup, everybody gets put in an immediate state of shock. Okay? Because our grieving process is forced upon us. That's how I did it, guys. That's how I got over that. As I allowed myself to feel the sadness, the anger, the depression. And then around the 3-month mark, I feel fucking awesome. That's just what happens. But on today, like just talking right now to the camera, talking to the camera with the sunlight right here by my window. I would turn the camera if I could, but I can't. I'm already starting to feel like a lot better just by talking to you guys. I'm getting to the point right now that I wish I was at earlier at the gym today, because it would have made approaching these girls a lot easier. But that also ties into this video. Even when you don't feel good, if there's something you need to do or want to do, you just gotta fucking do it. That's what I did. I had my dog with me, and I was like, oh God, I went up to this girl. I just rolled up right next to her because I was going to go and talk to Deanna originally, and the girl that I wanted to talk to on this little leg machine was right there, and I rolled up. I looked at her. She looked at me, and I just took my headphones off, and I said, hey, excuse me, what's your name? And then I was like, do you like dogs? And then my dog immediately just went and started sniffing her. So I said, well, I guess you don't really have a choice. You're going to like my dog whether you want to or not. And then we started having a conversation, and then I was just like, hey, you know what? Hey, I'm going to let you get back to working out. You are so cool to talk to. If you see me around again, come up and say hi. We'd love to talk to you. And then she was like, oh my gosh, yeah, you have a good workout. Thank you, bye. And then I rolled away. Ended that positively. And then I started talking to Deanna for a little bit, because it's funny, because I was talking to that girl and Deanna turned around and screamed at me. She goes, Mitchell, go work out. Stop talking to people. And I was like, I'm done working out, because the past couple days I've done nothing but talk to people instead of working out. Because that's my social time now. I sit in the house all day long. So, but I told her, like, I was done working out, but she's like, I've seen you talk to 2 other girls already. And it's funny, because these 2 girls came up to me first to talk to me, because one of the girls, I'm real cool with her and her husband now, and the other girl, I see her occasionally. She was working out with her husband the other day, and I didn't get to meet him, but her and I were friends, because I went up to her one day and approached her. So we're cool. So I was just talking to people I know, but like I was in the middle of a workout and I was like done. So before I left, I was gonna go say hi to Dee, because I say hi to her almost all the time. And then that girl was right there, so I approached her. I didn't feel like it, but I was like, fuck, Mitchell, let's just do it. Hey, excuse me, what's your name? And we started talking, and then the whole Haley incident right there, that one, when I look back, I'm like, yeah, man, I did it. I didn't want to do it, but I did it. Fucking proud of it. So that's one thing I've learned too, is like, you guys are going to think like talking to pretty women, it like scares you, because you're like, holy shit, she's gorgeous. Like, I'm kind of nervous to go talk to her. Well, that's how I felt today. And I went up and talked to her, and it's just like talking to a normal person. Like, I'm like, hey, cool, man. I literally just talking to you. Like, you're no different than every other girl here that I'm talking to. You're actually more enjoyable to talk to, because you have a bubbly personality and you're fucking hot. Compared to some of the other girls that I've talked to that are relatively attractive, but they don't have that personality. I like that bubbly personality with Haley, so that was enjoyable, right? But the whole point of like me, I just kept coming up with excuses to go up and talk to this girl, and then I was like, no, I'm going to do it. Even if I don't want to, I'm going to do it. I'm building the discipline to do it. So when you don't feel good, something about talking to the camera makes my nose itch. I see this happen to a lot of people. But when you don't feel good, when you don't have that motivation to do something and you don't want to do it, you have to find a way to just do it. That's the discipline of life right there, because especially as men, life's not fair, especially for men. Okay? Life in general is not fair. But as a man, it's our job to persevere. It's our job to go after our goals, even on days that we don't want to. Before I filmed this video, I didn't want to film this video, but I enjoy filming videos. I associate pleasure with filming videos. So now that I'm filming a video and I'm talking to you guys about what I do when I don't feel good, I'm starting to feel good. I'm doing things that make me feel good. I started associating going to the gym with less working out, more trying to meet people. Because right now, my goal is to meet women until I can, start dating and go on and get into a relationship again. So, and because I'm in a wheelchair, I do the same thing every single day. So as you can imagine, it gets very, very boring. So when I go to the gym, I look forward to that, because that's my social time. And then I also get to work out too. So this transition happened only recently, because I started working on, I've been saying, if I purposely go out of my way to meet somebody, am I going to find a way to do it? And so far, that has been the case. I'm like, I want to meet her, and I'm holding myself back, but we're just going to do it. So I'm finding a way to just push through that barrier and just doing it. And you're going to find out when it comes to like talking to girls, for example, that if you just go up and say, hey, excuse me, what's your name? For the most part, and you know how to hold a conversation with them, whether they like you or not, they're going to talk to you, and it's not going to be bad. It's not. So that's some of the things that I do, okay? Going back, like if you don't feel good, I've tried in the past, like consuming like a lot of caffeine. Like I've got an energy drink and this one. I consume so much caffeine on a daily basis that at this point it just doesn't do anything. I'm easily pushing 700 to 1,000 milligrams a day. I think I had like 500 milligrams before like 10 o'clock this morning. And I'm noticing that that's affecting my ability to have a conversation. And I'm calling myself out for that now too, because caffeine does reduce blood flow to your head. I have a book called The Owner's Manual of the Brain, 4th edition, that explains that. I think it explains that. So I'm like, that's kind of funny. I'm like, well, I'm drinking so much caffeine, it's no wonder why I'm having a difficult time trying to like have a conversation. So I've tried caffeine before, man, but I'm telling you, forcing yourself to smile, saying that you're going to have a great day. Like, fuck yeah, I'm going to have a good day today, man. Like I'm going to have a good day today. Why? Because I want to. And then being grateful for something. You know, I'm grateful for the fact that I can sit here and I can film YouTube videos about what I do on days when I don't feel good, knowing that this video may help someone, whether that's you or someone else who's watching this, understand what I do to feel better, so that way you might be able to try it too. And then if you feel better, then you might feel good about watching this video. I'm grateful and thankful that I get to do this for you guys. This is enjoyable for me. Coaching people and helping people improve their lives is enjoyable for me. That's something I can be grateful for. Okay, so that grateful thing really does work, guys. But listen, I don't care whatever, and I understand that this is going to be different based on the amount of pain that you're going through in the moment, whether that's pain or whether that's days where you're just not motivated like I am, or your dopamine, like your feel-good chemical, isn't like producing like we want it to, okay? It doesn't matter how, you can't give up. You can't give up. And if you have to take a day or two to like relax and not do anything, if you really need that time, then go ahead and take it, man. But if you're a man watching this, you got to persevere. You just got to do something. So if there's a day where you don't want to talk to people, then don't talk to people. But you got to get back to doing it sooner or later. If your goal is like mine, to eventually meet another hot girl to go out with and hook up with and date and be in a relationship with, just because you don't feel good, you can't let that stop you from going up and meeting somebody, because when you start talking to people, you're going to warm that social skill up. You're going to naturally wake your body up, and you're going to be like, yeah, I feel great now. I want to talk to people. That's what happens. For the most part. Today at the gym, I had a lot of energy before the pre-workout really started wearing down. So I also had that playing against me because, well, there's no cause, but you drink a lot of caffeine up front, and then the more when you work out, and when you work out, in my case, when my blood pressure drops, because I take pills to raise my blood pressure, I get fatigued a lot easier than most people, which makes having conversations and my moods very, it fluctuates all the time, okay? So guys, that's going to be the video right here. Hopefully this helped you. Like I said, no matter what's going on with you, no matter what happens with you, you can't just quit. You got to keep going. You got to keep pushing forward. Things will get better, okay? I was just watching a video right here, and this quote this guy left, it says, if you think your life is bad right now, just remember there's somebody else out there that has things a lot worse than you. And when you think about that, that's the reason to be grateful for. Like, you're right. This is shitty right now, but someone else has it worse than I do, and this isn't ending my life, and it's not stopping me from being able to live my life. And so I'm going to go, and I'm going to get better, and I'm going to do what I want to do, because I know that this is going to pass in time. When you look at things that way, you'll see life just, it will get better over time. And I know we don't want to wait. We want things to happen right now. But unfortunately, you have to look at reality for what reality is. You're not feeling good right now, and that's the reality. You can't ignore that. So you need to do something to start feeling good, or if you've got like a mission or a purpose or a business or a skill you're trying to improve, you still have to go out of your way to do that or to improve that. Otherwise, things aren't going to get better for you, okay? Just because if you try to start a business solely based on when you feel good, you're never going to get that business up and running. If you try to talk to girls only when you feel good, then you're going to miss a lot of opportunities to meet women that would be awesome for you. I did it today. 2 girls today that I went up and talked to that I didn't want to, but fuck it, I'm just going to do it. That's what you have to do, especially if you're a man. So listen, if you're a guy that is looking to get better at dating or just managing long-term relationships, my new book is finally available. There will be a link in the description of this video. Click that link and you'll see a video on the next page that's going to explain how my book is going to help you, and it's going to explain why this book works so well. The same thing applies for my coaching. If you want to work with me personally so we can fast track your life, whether that's with personal development, mindset, confidence, relationships, personal life in general, career, business, same thing's going to apply. You're going to see a video on the next page that's going to explain how my coaching will help you and why my coaching works so well. With that being said, guys, hey, if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and then I'll see you guys next time.